I don't even want to be in this video. This whole video, I just don't want to
It'll just be a f***ing blur. Like, you won't even be like a person. It'll just be like a giant, like, bunch of cubes, like bank surveillance video.
I want even my clothes on that.
Okay, yeah, everything's gonna dope. I'll blur everything.
I want to be a whole blur.
You're just gonna be a bunch of cubes. Shout out to group of cubes number 1. Shout out to group of cubes number 2. Today on Strange Places, we explore an ancient abandoned prison hospital filled with artifacts, old equipment, and dangerous infectious diseases.
Apparently there are vials of syphilis and stuff here. Oh, God.
Hello, and welcome to Strange Places, where we go places that most people wouldn't dare touch. And I'm your host, Max Power. Today on Strange Places, we are going to be exploring this abandoned tuberculosis hospital turned prison hospital in its entirety. So this hospital basically was a sanatorium for tuberculosis patients, and later it got converted into a hospital for some of this state's most dangerous criminals. Now, if you haven't already, please go down there right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. It really helps me out a lot. And here's the best part: you'll be able to see Strange Places videos the moment they come out. Just come in right now. Just give 5 seconds. Now we take you to the abandoned tuberculosis hospital turned prison hospital on Strange Places.
Using the hospital's overgrown and aging roads, we drove towards the center of the complex, passing the former hospital prison's outbuildings and driving between the ground's intimidating razor wire top fences.
Okay, back into that. Yeah, down there.
Okay, so we're here at the abandoned. It's a prison. It used to be a sanatorium. We're out in the middle of nowhere. You know, they like imprisoned the people who had tuberculosis and kept them in here away from society. They wanted those people isolated because they didn't want a tuberculosis pandemic on their hands.
Oh, I just f***ed up this intro.
Doing my intro, man. Hey, guys. Yo, so, dude, I got such.
Oops.
I'm with here exploring. Hi, it's Zach. He actually took us to this location. Go check out his Instagram. Go check out his YouTube. And where is Roberto?
I went that way.
Yeah, he just took off. Well, I'm here with R&K too. But we don't know where he went. I was impressed by how intact and massive the main building was. Despite the hospital's age, it was still pristine. And the best part was, it was packed with artifacts from when the hospital was fully operational. The first set of rooms was nothing too noteworthy, a few old bed frames and some miscellaneous items. I would have to push much deeper into the hospital to uncover its most paramount secrets. And it seemed the further into the hospital I traveled, the more interesting the artifacts became, starting with the room filled with old typewriters and computers. Next was the cafeteria, which was still filled with the stainless steel cooking equipment that used to serve hundreds of patient inmates per day.
This is definitely the kitchen, and there's some sort of infection kit over there, so I'm gonna see what the hell that is.
But far more interesting than the aging stoves was an infection containment kit inconspicuously hung up in the corner.
We have to see what the hell is in here. Okay. So this is a hazardous waste disposal kit. What's in here? Deluxe infection control kit. What is all this? What is this? Oh, this is like a gown. Oh, this is like that sand stuff that absorbs blood. Well, it was like a sandy material, but now it's got moisture in it, so it's like a gel right now. That's what it's supposed to do, is soak up liquids. So that's why it's in the infection control kit. If someone cut themselves or there's blood somewhere, they would use all this stuff. So we'll put biohazardous material here.
It's Corona time.
This looks really stupid. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Looks like a cooler over here. Used to have tools in here.
In this room, they kept their tools in this locked box because they didn't want prisoners getting into them, and because any of these tools they could use as a weapon. These are dangerous people you're dealing with. It's not quite bulletproof, but it's pretty resistant. And they kept it in a cage too. What the hell's in here?
As I attempted to once again reach the main hallway, I passed through a multitude of rooms and offices that had a few notable objects still sitting in place.
I was trying to scare you guys, but you guys were too far from me.
I wasn't particularly trying to scare you back. I'm like, I'm still trying to scare someone. Oh, really? Yeah. Bro, did you see this room? Yeah, it's all fit. This room, come in here. Where? I'm taking shots at it, so come see this room.
Holy sh**.
You got the defibrillator over there.
Oh my god, that's dope.
This is the fire spot.
They have everything in this room. This is amazing. There's a defibrillator here. A freaking defibrillator. And if you know what this is, this thing is starting to come apart now. So the defibrillator is the machine that restarts a patient's heart when it stops. The patients, they'll be hooked up to the machines. The rest of the machines aren't here. Their heart stops, it's like a code blue or something, and a whole bunch of people run in. Doctor runs in and tries to restart your heart.
Next, we headed downstairs
We're going in the basement. Check out some x-ray machines and stuff.
to see what wonders or horrors were awaiting discovery. And to my amazement, I stumbled into an x-ray room filled with stuff.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
This is the coolest hospital I've been to. It's actually an old hospital that has the stuff left in it. This is an old school x-ray machine. Wheelchair here, and then over here you have a whole bunch of lead stuff to protect the other areas that weren't getting x-rayed. Like I said, over here, this is a lead vest. They would put this over the patients to protect them from x-rays, because you don't want to x-ray everything, you just want to get a specific spot. Holy crap, these are lead gloves. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Next was the machine's control room.
This is the x-ray control room. We have some x-ray film here. Kodak. Obviously referencing the rapper Kodak Black. Now, you guys know that Kodak is a camera company. They make cameras and they make film for cameras. Apparently, they also made x-ray film. Let's look over here. These look like the main controls.
Radiographic seconds, so how long you want the x-ray to be exposed. This is the milliamperes is, it's a different measurement of electricity.
Yeah.
And then the exposure button. Let's go into the second x-ray room.
Would the second x-ray room be just as exciting as the first?
Okay. Okay, damn.
Guys, what do you know? Another x-ray room. This is definitely a newer x-ray than the last x-ray room we were just in. It's definitely more advanced. Right here, there are still x-rays. This is a shot of someone's lungs. This guy probably got into a prison fight. What's this? Oh, there are more x-rays over here. All right, let's go check out the exposure room.
Yep, this is the dark room.
These were exposed films. So what they would do, it looks like, is they would take these, right? They'd expose the x-ray. They'd hit it with, I think this is an undeveloped piece of x-ray film. So what they would do, my guess, I'm not a doctor or anything, but they would put it in here. This thing would protect the film from being exposed to light. But of course, it's an x-ray, so x-rays go right through. Okay, so that's a lead blocker. So the back of this is lead, but I think the front of this is meant to be penetrated by the x-ray. So then the film could be exposed and you could see what was going on with the person's body. And this is the place where the doctor they'd examine the x-ray. This would light up, which it doesn't anymore. They'd put it here. So said to take a look outside and see just how big this place is. So that's what I'm about to do.
Could certainly be impressed with the hospital's size judging by the inside, but it wasn't until I ventured out near the back of the hospital that I truly understood how gigantic it was.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Hopefully everyone's going to take their time and thoroughly film this place because I always take the longest.
I just changed my battery real
So
quick.
guys, we couldn't find Rob earlier.
This guy's the greatest. This guy, he makes me laugh all the time.
Then I headed down the hallway towards the other end of the hospital.
So this hallway splits off into like two wings. There's this way, and then there's a way down there.
I began looking through each room in this hallway, making sure I found everything that needed to be documented.
Let's go check out what's over here. A lot of water damage here. In this wing, or this part. There's a lot of mold, a lot of stuff is deteriorated. Okay, now we're going down that second hallway I was talking about earlier.
Unfortunately, in this hallway, there wasn't much to see or take note of besides empty lockers, a desk filled with documents of little significance, and bed frames. Perhaps the upstairs would be a change in scenery.
Alright, time to go upstairs. Guys, this is pretty much like the downstairs. There are just patient rooms, but there is one difference between the patient rooms on the downstairs and on the second level. They got bars on the windows. Number one, they have these locked screens, which are pretty heavy duty, and then they have bars on the outside. I don't know why they put bars on the windows on the second floor and there are no bars on the windows underneath us. I'm just gonna run through this floor, and I'm probably not gonna film right now because it's pretty much the same thing. Like I said, the only difference is the bars.
Thinking back on it now, my theory is that the most dangerous criminals were kept on the upper floors, and that is why they had bars on the windows. The lower levels must have been minimum security.
So, down that way is the library, like starting here is the biochemistry lab.
I ran into on the second floor, and he led me to an entire biochemistry lab.
So let's run through this chemistry room. Shout out to for finding this place. Because I thought we'd just find more patient rooms up here, but there's some really, really cool stuff. Wait, is this blood?
With so much cool medical and scientific artifacts left behind, this room was another one of the hospital's hidden gems.
But I don't get like stuck with an AIDS needle or something. Could this be? Adult blood culture collection kit. Okay, I'm sorry. We gotta open this up. It's cool. Oh, wait. Okay, this is cool. Back defibrillator. There's the needle. It goes in your arm or wherever. So it has instructions in case the person taking your blood did not go to medical school. Which is fantastic. What does it say? Okay, this is gonna tell us exactly how this entire kit works. Skin preparation, bottle preparation. Okay, take it from your arm, put it in the bottle. Oh, this is what that is. So fill this up with the blood? No, this is, okay. Oh, it goes on one of these. Put it on here, put the blood in. It has some sort of solution in it. And you put it in the biohazard. Wow, that's really cool. Sorry we had to open this up. We had to know what was in here. So now we know.
Then, I entered the sample vault.
Apparently there are vials of syphilis and stuff here. I don't think I'm gonna touch these. Ew. There's samples in here. Yeah, I'm really ill. Ah! F this shit. Yeah, there's like some syphilis tests in there and shit. Hold up. Yeah, right here.
Oh wow, yeah. Like too close.
Yeah, I know. I immediately dip. I've touched vials of like tumor samples and stuff, but as soon as I saw syphilis, I'm like, I'm dipping.
That's not gonna contract anything towards you.
Yeah.
That's a biopsy.
Yeah.
It's not blood, you know what I mean? I mean that blood is probably not good.
Yeah.
Right? It's not good at all if it's got syphilis.
Yeah.
But it's not fresh in the sense that it hasn't been refrigerated for all this time. It's probably dried up inside of there, but neither here nor there. I don't want the blood dust, I don't want the blood liquid, I don't want any of that stuff.
Yeah, screw that. Screw that. What?
Did you go all the way down there?
Oh, I heard there's like a library. It's through here already.
That's crazy.
At this point, our fortunes turned, and I received an inauspicious text from
It's something about cops today. Alright, we'll go down there and see what's going on.
Not good. Yo, yo. They spot us yet? Yes, I know. Did they spot us? How many?
To buy our car. Well, I don't know what you guys want to do. I have one idea that might work.
Yeah.
Should we go get the car? And be like, dude, I just need someone to go with me. I'll be like, we're taking photos. Yeah.
Found a car.
Buy the car? I don't mind just going by the car and be like, hey, you know, we're just snooping around, taking photos.
Thing we do abandoned buildings, blah blah blah, show me the channel. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna run out down that driveway, just hit the road, and we'll go on the road.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan. Make sure you got your SD card.
You hold mine? Yeah.
This is some gang hiding contraband in your sock. I'm about to insert SD card in my ass. Card that I'm about to insert in my ass. Ready? This is a hard drive that backed it up. Okay, that means it's copying the SD card. I'm back as we're speaking right now. How cool is that? Did he get in the perimeter yet? Is he along the perimeter?
From this window, we were able to see the police enter and search one of the buildings on the premises.
Okay, this way. The cops are in the first building. Alright, boys, now. Brave souls. Okay, now they're out of sight again. I lost sight. Lost sight of so I don't know what's happening.
There were a few features of this location that we hadn't filmed yet, so we decided to keep exploring and keep rolling despite the risk of arrest.
So guys, this is the chapel. This is probably the last thing we're gonna explore before getting the hell out of here. Okay, but now it's time to get out of here. Zach and Rob, they're on the third floor right now. Update, what, anything going on?
Rob's in the dentist room.
There's one of those chairs on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that out before I go. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Keep in mind that we're filming, even though the cops are like looking around for people. But we need to get our videos in. I'm not gonna just say, oh, I'm gonna stop exploring just because the cops are here. Look at these machines. Very cool.
In the other room was a water distilling machine and would look to be a freeze drying or other food preservation machine. Next, we headed to the small building the police already searched to receive confirmation from that they had gotten away. Most likely, they would not check this building again, so it was a prime candidate for a hiding spot.
This looks like a tuberculosis, patient room thing. Just two guys in the shower. Nothing weird about it.
I called to check on their status. Later revealed that there was no audio on his end and he couldn't hear anything I was saying during this short conversation. But I didn't need to hear much, as I could clearly see that was in the car, meaning that they had successfully talked their way out of the situation. Meanwhile, Rob was on the phone with and relayed him instructions for extracting us.
Get to the road, I'll just come down the road. Alright, cool.
Before making a break for it, we had to confirm that the coast was clear. So we climbed to the highest point of the facility and double-checked to make sure everyone was gone.
Man, I don't see shit.
A successful urbex operation all requires a lot of teamwork.
We were finally off the grounds of the hospital, heading towards a road where would pick us up. On our way out, we noticed a very old abandoned prison on our right, and explore for another day.
Abandoned.
It's the closest I've ever been together. We were this close. So I don't even want to be in this video.
Two individuals who cannot be named driving right now.
As long as I'm not in it, I don't give a
I'm gonna make your voice deep.
As long
as I'm not in it, I don't give a
Now, you didn't have to show me. I just don't want to be in this at all. This whole video, I just don't want to be in this.
Be a blur. Like, you won't even be like a person. It'll just be like a giant, like, bunch of cubes, like bank surveillance video.
I want even my clothes on.
Okay, yeah, everything's gonna dope. I'll blur everything.
I want to be a whole blur, like a shadow man.
All right. No, I can't do a shadow, man. You're just gonna be a bunch of cubes. Shout out to group of cubes number 1. Shout out to group of cubes number 2. So guys, another escape. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Also, check out everyone's social media. The links to those are going to be in the description. I'm your host, Max Power. See you next time on Strange.